So,
Game of Thrones. You got a Game of Thrones question for me?
well, like I said, we're gonna pick up where you left off with your
look at Shaggy over there. Okay, I'm
you
letting it go. Okay,
you shush young man.
okay. Game of
Ah,
Thrones.
but you left us at a great episode of The Mountain and the Viper.
I did.
Uh, oh God,
Mhm.
but it's season 4, episode 8, written
Yeah,
by David and Benioff themselves, directed by Alec Graves. And it's
yeah.
one of those fun episodes when I rewatched it in that it's everybody knows it for the basically the last 10 minutes. And you
Mm-hmm.
forget there's a lot in
Mm-hmm.
those first 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Mm-hmm.
I want to give you, to save time, a quick little thing of kind of all the little plots, and then I want you to pick a plot that we'll discuss. So we
Okay,
have,
great. Great.
yep. So we've got Masanya and Grey Worm given the looksies. We've got
Oh, is that wait? Time out. Is that the river scene?
it is.
All right,
Yep,
got it.
it is. Then we've got Sansa helping Littlefinger? Question mark? Question mark. We've got
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Wait, is that the black dress moment?
it is. Yep,
It's
that's
been a while.
yep.
Okay.
Reek helps take the moat back for the family, which leads
So
to
good.
Ramsay being naturalized into the
Just a
house.
great. Just oh god.
Oh yep. Your boy Jorah gets called out this episode.
Oh yeah. Is it Barristan that does it in this one?
It does man to man first. Wanted to give him that.
God, I love both of them so much. They're both right and they're both wrong. Okay.
Another great little moment was Arya just bursting out laughing at the bloody gate because
Right.
Eliza was dead.
This is an all-star game. This is like everywhere you turn, it's a Hall of Famer.
I know. One scene that still gets me to this day is that sweet brother moment in the cell before the fight between the Lannister boys.
Oh, the cocoon.
Yep. Oh
Oh
God.
my god. Yep.
Yep. And then
Okay. Okay.
and then the last 10 minutes basically dying over ego, as in my opinion. And an overall
Vengeance.
yep.
Yes.
And an
Mm-hmm.
overall theme of the episode, in my opinion, is a theme of
Mm-hmm.
change. A lot of
Mm.
people go through big changes in this episode.
Mm.
Being dead is one
Mm-hmm.
of them.
Yeah, when you lose your head. Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes.
what she got?
God, there's so many, and you're like, it was such a hard moment because I love Barristan Selmy. I love him in the books, but talking show, always talking show only with this. The moment when he throws down his sword and says, "A hole to die in," that's like one of my favorite deliveries in the show when Joffrey is making him redundant at the end of season
Oh
one.
yeah.
But it pained me, and because I'm so like Jorah, it's so like. But he's good. He made a mistake, but he knows it. He's gonna try to, but he's gonna try to like, let me just squeak through. Can I get through this? Can I get through this? But I think that pays off later. But I gotta talk about one of my favorite moments: Ramsay Snow at the time, Roose
Yep.
Bolton, overlooking all of the North that they now control. That great scene with Reek, which sets it up, and that poor bastard who's holding Moat Kalen. He's like, I don't know. All right, his ears falling off, and everything, and then he's dead. His fragged
Yep.
by his men and then killed. But it leads to that scene. I love that scene. So I want to discuss that. Do you have questions? How are we working through this?
Oh no, I too love that scene because it goes in beautifully with that whole theme of change in the entire
Mm,
episode, where
mm.
Ramsay does what he does as a Snow, more
Right.
as a sick person and kind of fetishizing, like because he knows he can basically get away
Mm,
with it. Now
mm,
it's tradition. Now it's for the
mm,
family. Now I have a reason to be this cruel and moral law behind. Like it
mm,
makes him
mm.
more dangerous, and the love he shows for his father in that scene too is also like, if you took anything else and just that moment in the scene where you knew nothing else, just hey, this kid took a fort for his family and now he's an official person. It's bloody beautiful.
Yeah, Ewan. How do you? I always forget to say his name. Ewan Rayon. Is
Yeah,
his name?
I try not to. I'm a with
Um,
this.
he's a fascinating performer. This, yeah, no, I think there's a lot of great transition and change in this set. And this also, we're looking at season 5, and so this is the end of the run here. But yeah, in season 4, the ideas of vengeance and why we do things, and the open holes in our soul. A lot of what's going on with Oberyn, but that scene. Why I cited a lot of in a show that is gray areas and morally complicated, and let's go into layered, stories of these characters. Who's good, who's bad? No, it's different than that. Joffrey, always pretty bad, but there was a little bit of like, I mean, he was bred for this, maybe. Like there's a little bit of how much was his fault, that kind of stuff holds up. Still, I was cheering when he choked too, but Ramsay is purely evil. For the moment you meet him, and with what's going on with the unturned Reek. But I'm always saying, you can't tell me he's 100% purely evil. 99.9, I'm with you. But that 1% is this scene where this guy just wanted to be accepted and loved from this impossibly hard and violent man. And getting that affirmation, getting the name Bolton, as dangerous as it is, and you hear the drums in his eyes. You
Oh yeah.
hear him like, I am now justified. I have earned my place, and everything I did to get here is going to be what I'm going to do, but even more. And he is evil. Don't get me wrong, but it's that moment where if I was to have a conversation with this actor, he came in the Collider. I wasn't there for this, and there was some talk of me coming in as a pinch hitter. I didn't really appear on the show that was going on live that time. It was after my time, but there was like talk of me coming in as a pinch hitter to talk some Game of Thrones. But I was like, he doesn't strike me as a guy that's just gonna easily talk about Game of Thrones. He was there to promote the Motley Crue movie, kind of like Adam Driver doesn't love talking about Star Wars when he's talking about other things. But I almost did it. Because that's the one scene I wanted to hear from him on. Of as an actor, where did you find and how did you find the humanity of him in that moment? I'm not rooting for him, but for
No.
a second I felt for him. It's one of my favorite Game of Thrones moments.
And that's a great way to bring it up too, because I feel like for Game of Thrones in particular, it's something I feel like all the roles and actors and whatnot can pull from. Because when you really think about it, acceptance from the parental type is a humongous theme
Yeah.
amongst common
Yeah.
and royals alike. I mean, we still see it in Hot D with the Valarian
Yep.
bastards and whatnot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
the simple recognition, like a good job, or here's my like. All the
Yeah.
kids basically have their own version of winning that game, and for Ramsay, it was getting the last name. He's won life as far as he's concerned. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want the
Yeah.
Iron Throne. He wants this.
Mm. 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 Yeah, that so true. And a lot of what's going on in the world today, it's just this. A lot of us just want to survive. A lot of us just want to feel loved. A lot of us just want to feel accepted. It's such a base level real thing. And you have the two bastards, the battle of the bastards that will emerge later on. You have these two bastards who I think were searching for the same thing, just raised different ways. And also that makes me think more, and I always think highly of Ned Stark, but Ned takes his slings and arrows, especially as the show progresses. There's some mistakes that Ned had made and maybe overprotecting particularly the girls. There's that great scene of Sansa and Arya talking about, maybe father was too protective of us in a way. Anyways, different conversation, but Jon Snow seeking that out in his own way. Ramsay seeking it out. Great plot point. Great thing. Hot damn, I absolutely love that scene. God, that episode.
It's
It's you know what
packed.
it's packed, but it's like Hard Home, Miguel Sapochnik's first episode. Hard Home is and should be remembered for 40 minutes or so of just some of the most thrilling, scary, chill-inducing moments of Game of Thrones up at Hard Home. I love the Hard Home sequence. I can live within it for a long time. But it's got Cersei on the ground drinking up water.
Yep,
It's got so many other things going on in that episode too, which is why, especially when the show was at its peak, and I am a season 8 fan, as everyone knows, and I still
I'm
think it
with you.
peaked. The peak kept going, but little dip in season 7. Some moments in 6. Okay, but love it. I just had a conversation with someone the other day over breakfast. And they were like, I was always thinking of finally getting into that, but I quote, heard it ended bad. And I was at a diner and I literally like threw down my pancakes and was like, don't believe what you hear. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, it did this. And yes. But no, don't let other people do that to you. Don't let other people start it, finish it, see for yourself.
Exactly.
And I
There
think
is no
you'll find
perfect
some else.
show.
No, there's no perfect show. And a show that this show set the bar so high for itself, let alone other shows that follow.
Yeah.
Anyways, love that episode. Great stuff. Any other final thoughts on that before I take my shirt off? According to the super chat from Alden.
No, I just one little moment that I caught and then thought about for a second though was in the Jorah moment when Barristan tells him you'll never be alone with her again, and then I actually thought about that for a second, and he's not. For the even when he comes back and they're all good, he is never ever alone in a room with her again.
Yes, until right, not counting the bodies around them, until he dies. So, yeah, absolutely love it. Oh, okay, you're right. I'll finish Hacks, and I'll put DS9 and Wicked down the shelf, and you're right. I'll rewatch Game of Thrones. Okay, there we go.
All right, Jim. Well, we will be back next week on Thursday if you're still able to stream, of course.
Yeah.
With our famous episode 9s of The Watcher on the Wall.
Oh, God damn it! So good. Oh, that's got the greatest speech on leadership ever. It's got the greatest speech on leadership ever. Oh my God, from Alice Thorne. Okay, cool.
All right,
great. I'm ready for it. Thank you, Jared.
Guys.